Well, last night's Emmys has given us a whole lot to talk about this morning, including this opening number.
Let me tell you a story about my situation. Couldn't leave the crib, TV was my staycation. From the crack of dawn, you feel my every need. I watch you so much, I forgot how to read. This one's for B-I-Z-M-A-I-K-I-E-N. I got you, bro, we pulled the gambit, they let queens in. Sick of the quarantining, sick of deferring dreams in. Fighting over vaccines in. Tonight I'm on your screen and we bossed up on TV, got these famous people screaming. We came to flip the script and take Emmys from Europeans.
Yep. LL Cool J, Rita Wilson, Lil Dicky, and Emmys host Cedric the Entertainer laid down some rhymes about the power of television to kick off the evening. And we've got a television powerhouse here with us to break down television's biggest night. We're talking about Miss Alicia Quarles, senior correspondent at Daily Mail TV. Hi, Alicia.
Hi, friend. Good morning.
Good morning. You look alive and awake and stuff. I'm barely up because I stayed up to watch the 73rd annual Emmys.
I'm caffeinated, girl. I'm just caffeinated. I did the same as you. I watched him, and then we got up, of course, early to record it, but here we are.
All right, so here we are. Let's talk about that opening number. What did you think? I loved it, by the way. There's so many memes about it and hilarious commentary online about it. What did you think about the performance and Cedric's hosting gig, his duties, how he performed?
I love the performance, first of all. Obviously, we lost Biz Marquis, so I thought it was such a tribute to pay to his 1989 song, Just a Friend. I like how they changed the lyrics as you heard it, but then also the fact, of course, you've got LL, so he's got to rap. We all know Rita Wilson can rap. It was part of her acting training for a role. She had to learn rap, so I thought that was a highlight. Cedric as a whole, I thought he started off strong, right? Making those jokes about finding a Jeopardy host, and then it went to the corny. But that's okay. That's okay. You know, he held it down. He didn't really offend anybody Ricky Gervais style.
Oh, yes, he did not. And I loved him bringing out all his TV wives. That was one of my favorite moments. And last night, we have to say, was a full-on British invasion because The Crown really reigned supreme.
It really did. So OG took home 11 awards, tying with The Queen's Gambit, another Netflix show with 11 awards because they had the Creative Arts Emmys the weekend before. But yes, I mean, The Crown just swept it up. It was definitely a British invasion.
Well, one of my favorite moments was Miss Debbie Allen receiving the Governor's Award. We have a snippet of her acceptance speech, and we'll play it, and then we'll discuss.
Okay.
It's been many years in the making. It's taken a lot of courage to be the only woman in the room most of the time. A lot of courage and creativity and fight and faith to believe that I could keep going, and I have. And I brought a whole lot of people with me, so I want to...
All right, so, Alicia, that Debbie Allen acceptance speech moved me, Michaela Coles, and also Renee Ellis Goldsberry when they won for Hamilton. Their speech is just so moving, stood out to me. What stood out to you?
Well, first of all, Debbie's speech, as you just said, she's been in the industry for 50 years. She's had 20 nominations. She's won the Emmys 5 times. There's nobody more deserving than her. And I love when she told the timer, I've waited so long to get up here, forget that time. And the audience went crazy. But you talked about those strong Black women. It was also all about women in general. Kate Winslet gave a phenomenal speech talking about how each one of us has to help each other as women. So it was really a night of empowerment.
All right, so what are your overall thoughts on the winners and losers? Because earlier on in the show, I was talking about how RuPaul kind of made history being the most Emmy-winning Black artist, Black performer in history. But we did see that when the Emmys nominations were announced, there were so many, it was so diverse and inclusive, and now there were no people of color in any of the major acting categories. So what are your thoughts on that?
Well, that's right. So of course, Emmys So White, hashtag Emmys So White was trending last night on Twitter. I think it's like 2 steps forward and 2 steps back. It was nice to see creatives behind the scenes who are people of color winning those awards, but then front facing, it didn't happen. So it's discouraging. And also Michael K. Williams not winning. Listen, The Crown was just a juggernaut. It was hard to beat, but you also thought he might win posthumously, but that's okay. Kerry Washington went up there and paid a great tribute to him. I think the winners, streaming services. For example, Netflix won 44 awards total. HBO and HBO Max only 19. It's the first time they've ever beat them out. And it kind of reflects what we've been going through during COVID. Streaming services kind of saved all of our sanity. To watch it when you want it. It shows the shift in television.
All right, so I'm going to talk fashion because when we think fashionista, your face pops up. Whenever you are my #1 fashionista, Alicia Quarles, just so you know. So what are your thoughts?
Love
Red
you.
carpets look that you're loving, because I believe you sent in like a few, because we have Tracy Ellis Ross.
Yes. So Tracy Ellis Ross, I thought she absolutely killed it in that red Valentino. She had on Tiffany jewelry. But let's talk about the men. Jason Sudeikis, who
Ted
stars
Lasso.
Yeah, Ted Lasso. So they were big winners last night. Look at him in this Tom Ford. I mean,
Amazing.
because he made a statement. He was filming stuff. Also, we love a Jennifer Coolidge and my friend Christian Siriano. And I love people of different ages. Sarah Paulson and that beautiful Carolina
I know,
Herrera.
I loved it.
Right. And then also, let's end on somebody. Oh, yeah, I feel like I'm going to marry him. You're going to marry him. Somebody. Reggae Jean Page and that Giorgio Armani. Yes, sir.
Seriously, the Duke can do no wrong. He could have showed up in his pajamas and we'd be like, hello, Duke. Hello, Governor. I know. We'd be like, we burned for you, Duke. But Stephanie, our producer, is the #1 fan. So if you have a fight, Stephanie will fight anyone over Reggae John Page.
I mean, I could share him. Let's just have a throuple. He's that fine.
Okay, if Stephanie approves, then it's all good. I'll be at the wedding. I'll be at the wedding cheering you
Sounds
on.
good.
Right?
Sounds
All
good.
right. Alicia, it's always a pleasure to see you. I'm sure we're going to be seeing more of you because you're a family member. We'll see more of you, not just today, but every weekday, Daily Mail TV at 3 p.m. right here on Pix 11. They have the hottest news, breaking stories, everything you want. They got it.
I love it.
Are you a part of the Bridgerton fan club?
Yeah. What is it, episode 5?
Where things get real crazy?
She's not messing around.
Let me just
Hazel
say.
knows what's up.
Let me just say.
So am I a fan?
Listen, I know. I said if you do not burn for me, I don't want you.
Was the show good, or is it just
No,
that?
it was
Hey.
good.
Okay.
Or was it just good-looking people that were
No,
on
it
screen?
was a
Nana?
good show.
Okay.
I
It's good.
agree with you. I was in the booth last night with one eye on the Mets, Phillies, and one eye on the Emmys, and we had this discussion, and we all agreed those were trying times. Viewers were thirsty.
We needed spice.
We were thirsty. We were terribly thirsty, and Bridgerton came to the rescue. The acting was not. I didn't think it was phenomenal,
Muchacha.
but I couldn't stop watching it.
I cannot.
I could not
Yeah.
stop watching those beautiful
couldn't
people and episode 5.
No, yeah, I've seen beautiful people before, and sometimes it's just like looks, but they're really good. He's a great actor. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and the devastation.
And the storyline, are you kidding?
I don't know what the story. I got
Exactly.
so distracted. I don't know what the storyline
But
was.
then the
You didn't-
devastation around the globe when we found out he wasn't in the second season.
Devastation.
Unbelievable.
Or is he?
Travesty.